Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and my guest is Kevin Cloninger of the Anthropedia Foundation. We've been talking about all the work that you all are doing on the research side, learning about how our society is changing and our bodies are having a hard time adapting, and we're seeing a lot of health results, negative results happening. So let's talk about Anthropedia and how we here in St. Louis can benefit from the services that you provide.
So we've partnered with local organizations like the St. Patrick's Center, Queen of Peace, and also school districts. So we work with the Northwest Darwin School District in Jefferson County, where we've created a wellness center in the district that serves parents and students and staff. And we also do trainings, so a lot of trainings and workshops on a regular basis. And this year we're doing the training at St. Louis University.
Okay, and who attends the training? Who is it for?
So our primary audience is mental health care professionals, so social workers, licensed professional counselors, and really anyone that works in a health domain. We've worked with physical trainers, anyone in a wellness or well-being domain as well. And some people from the general public are also interested just for themselves. So we have another track that's just focused on personal development without becoming a certified coach, which is what we train people to do.
Okay, so the training is really to help people get certified, and it's a year-long program?
Year-long program. Okay. Lasts, roughly an academic year, 265 hours.
Okay.
And as I mentioned before, our bodies and our minds are being stressed in different ways that we've never been. So what we actually need is to learn how for the mind and the body to work in harmony together. So we need a lot of tools. So we have evidence-based tools that come from, for example, cognitive behavioral therapy, or from research in nutrition or physical movement. So we train these coaches in how to work on their body, how to work on the mind, and then they can serve others in the same way later.
So the coaches, like you're saying, have to learn this for themselves first.
Correct.
And because it's hard to teach others if you're not applying these same principles.
Yeah, in fact, what's the worst thing is that healthcare professionals are twice exposed because they have their own baggage to deal with, and we all have baggage we have to deal with, right? Yeah. And then they have to help others.
Yeah.
So we're actually asking them to do something very difficult, something that very few people would want to do. And they're burning out. So we're seeing huge rates of burnout in healthcare professions, and I think it's a lot to do with the fact that they lack well-being. So our program, in a sense, is like an oasis for them.
Yeah.
It gives them an opportunity to work on themselves, to strengthen themselves and their resilience, and then they're a much better healthcare professional as a result.
Yeah. So a couple of things come to mind. Substance abuse.
Yeah.
Is substance abuse part of the problem, or is it a symptom of the problem?
It's a symptom of the problem because we reach for pleasure because we're lacking lasting satisfaction. So we go back to pleasure again and again, hoping that that's going to fill some void, and it doesn't. And then we develop a habit and we get addicted.
And it's just such a big topic right now in our society. Is it something that you see increasing?
It is definitely on the rise, all forms, and that would be a good example of a stress and lifestyle-related illness. And it's interesting because we have to work on the biology of alcoholism, but also the psychology of alcoholism. We have to work on both at the same time. But we also forget that there are existential reasons why people, they lack meaning. So they turn for something that will bring their life greater pleasure.
Yeah. And then the other big topic on everyone's mind is social media. How does that play into the health issues that you're seeing?
Well, as I mentioned, so part of the changes in the structure of society have led to this lack of community and lack of connection to others in the community. So people are reaching to things like social media or chat rooms or whatever else to find community, to find real lasting connection. But of course, all the studies show that social media and these types of activities don't bring anyone that sense of real connection.
Yeah.
So often it can actually lead to a greater sense of isolation.
Yeah, okay, very good. So we could talk for hours about this, but we can't. We don't have time, unfortunately. But visit the Anthropedia Foundation online at anthropedia.org. Get information, get informed, go to the training. There's more STL Live after this. Please stay with us.